Hello. Time to give you guys some feedback. I'm gonna wait a little bit until everybody comes through. In the meantime, I'm gonna play one of my recent tracks. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hold on, give me a second. Test, test. Okay, there you go. What's up, Niraj? Today I'm not gonna be making a track in this video. This video is just gonna be me listening to some submissions that I got from some of you of your own music, and I'm just gonna kind of give you guys some feedback, some of my thoughts, and just see what you guys got for me. So That's what this stream is going to be about. It's probably going to be a short one since I only got a few submissions, unless like, you know, a couple people tune in and make some more submissions. But yeah, it's just going to be me giving you guys some feedback. And then once I finish this stream, I'm guessing it's probably only going to be like 30 minutes. Once I'm done with it, then I'll start a different stream where I will be making some music. So let's get started. I was going to wait a little bit longer, but it's fine. I'm going to have this video up on my channel, so whoever made a submission will be able to watch it at any point. Also, this microphone keeps kind of going on. Yeah, you can submit through Discord. So I have it pulled up right here. You just go into, you join if you aren't already on it. The link is in the description. And then you just go to where it says submissions, and then you can put a link. It should just play it directly from here. I don't think it'll have to take me there. Or you can upload a WAV MP3 file or whatever. And then I'll play it. I'll play it through and see what it's like, and I'll give you some feedback that way. Yeah, it's crazy. I need to start using Discord more. I forget. Like, there's 17 members. I could have sworn there was a lot more. Well, actually, there's 17 members that are online. Offline, there's 239 members. Jesus. I didn't realize that many people had joined the Discord channel. And it's been dead because I haven't used it as much as I should. But I want to try to start using it more. I want to start making maybe some like contests or some type of competitions, and the prize could be maybe like a sound pack, you know, or something that I make, like a sound bank that I make for you guys. But maybe it could be some type of contest where it's like only FL Studio stock plugins, and then you guys can submit maybe like an FLP, and that way I'll review it and check them out, and then we can have like a little, I don't know, a little vote to see who wins. I think that'd be super fun. But in order to do that, I really need to get a little bit more active on the Discord, and I just need to push a little harder, you know. But it'll be fun to do eventually. So far from my last post, there's a couple here from before. But also, I'm not sure if these guys just submitted a track or if it's somebody else's track, you know. So preferably, please just submit your own music, not somebody else's music. Because, yeah, copyright, you know. Go for it, go for it, go for it. I'm gonna go for the first track that somebody submitted. It's this one right here. Crystalline by Space Yard. So if you like this one, make sure to go follow, guys. Well, let's check it out. Let's check it out. This is Crystalline by Space Yard. Hopefully the audio comes through. It should. It doesn't have to be techno. It's okay. Okay. Well, thank you, first of all. Um, Space Yard or Poured BKK. I don't know. Poured by a Kai? Poured? Poured? Poured be a key. I don't know how to say your name. But thank you for your submission. The first thing I noticed right off the bat with this track is that it sounds very mono. There's not a lot of stereo width going on. Hey, thank you, DJ. Yeah. All you gotta do to submit for feedback is just go onto the Discord and go under here under submissions, and you can either put the link to SoundCloud or to a SoundCloud track, or you can upload the direct file. But it doesn't have to be techno. It can be whatever genre of music you're making. As long as it's your own track, you know. But yeah, with this song, the first thing I noticed is that it sounds very, very mono. So there's not a lot of stereo imaging going on. There's not a lot of panning going on. Everything sounds like it's in the center. And it also sounds very like muddy or very muffled towards like the low end frequencies. Like, let me play a little piece right here. You know, like everything sounds like it's collapsed into the center. There's nothing that's really spread out. And it also feels like there's all these elements that are kind of fighting for space. And they're all just cluttered, which is what's making the muddiness, what's making it sound so like heavy almost. Like I hear the pad, I hear the bass sound, I hear the kick. And then I hear like those other sounds that just kind of creep in every once in a while. It would be good to have the kick and the bass in the center, of course, and then have the pad spread out a little bit. And then those random sounds that come in, maybe if you did some like panning automation for it to be able to move from the left to the right, it would like give the track a lot more space. And then of course it needs like some EQing, it feels like, because some of these elements are kind of fighting for a similar space in the frequency spectrum. Like that sound, it sounds like there is some stereo in it, but it's not moving around too much, you know? Like it needs to be spread out a little bit further apart in the stereo field. And like here, that main lead has a lot of like low frequencies, like low mid frequencies, and then the bass line has a lot of like low mid frequencies. So they're kind of just like overpowering each other. I feel like maybe using a dynamic EQ can help in like balancing those sounds out. If not, maybe some automation on the cutoff for the bass so that it doesn't sound so like crunchy when that lead kicks in, you know. And then maybe when that leads off like out, you can reintroduce that crunchiness from the bass. And it feels like you repeated the same like part, right? Like there's like the main first part, and then it looks like maybe you just copy and pasted it and like made it longer, which is cool. Like it's fine for techno stuff, but maybe like just I would suggest maybe a little more variation as far as like even just with automation clips, like just creating more variation with automation clips, and that'll give the track a lot more space as well. But it was a good track. It's very, how do you say it? Like driving. Like it's very high energy, very driving track. And it sounds good. So that's just this is just my own personal opinion, and me reviewing some of y'all's tracks. So again, thank you Space Yard for your submission. Great track. Keep making music. Keep doing your thing. On to the next. If the track is super long, I don't know if I'm gonna play the whole thing. If it's 5 minutes, I think it'll be fine. But if it's like 6, 7, 8 minutes, I might just like skip through it. So keep that in mind. Oh, this sounds nice. Shrike. Wait, is this your own song? Inner? Yeah. Just because this has like a different name here. But I don't know if that's your actual name, and then this is your SoundCloud name. Anyways, let's keep going. This sounds good. I already like this track. You can hear it really quick that this one sounds a lot more open. It sounds more has a lot more stereo imaging in it compared to the last track here. You know, like you can feel the space in this track. like the vibes. I also really like that photo that you used for it. Okay, I like the automation, you know, you're bringing it out a little bit more. Hell yeah. Bro, that's great. That's fantastic. I like the name of the track. I like the photo that you used for the track. Fits the name, fits the vibe. Fantastic. And I love the track, bro. Great job. This was amazing. This was great. Um some of the things that I could say as far as like feedback would maybe be doing a little bit like working a little bit on the transitions between, like, you know, the drops and stuff like that. I would say maybe working a little bit on those transitions as far as maybe like automations or even like effects, using effects to like transition. I hate using that word because of my accent. But yeah, and then maybe working a little bit on like some of the levels of some of the sounds, especially like the main lead sound, for that to be a little bit more towards the front of the track, and then some of those like ear candy sounds that you have going on, pushing them a little bit further in the background as far as like the gain, the volume, and stuff like that. But I mean, overall, bro, honestly, fantastic work. You did really great. And yeah, keep doing it. Keep doing what you're doing. It sounds good. I like it. Hey, what's up, Julian? So yeah, Shrike. Fantastic, bro. Fantastic. That intro, man, just like catches you right away. That's what's really cool too. Like you don't have this really complicated intro. It's just straight into like the drums, the drum groove, you know? And like that little vocal, everything, it just like it just catches you right away, you know, and it keeps you engaged in the track. And I just like I love like what you're doing with the stereo field is great too. Like the track sounds perfectly like open, you know, as far as like all the elements. Like it's really open. I really like it. Awesome, man. Awesome. Yeah. That was great. All right. Next is BYZL. This one is 2 minutes long. All right, let's check it out. Oh, and another thing, actually, on this one, another piece of advice. I know maybe it's just because you uploaded it to SoundCloud, you didn't really like do this, but I would say, you know, just work on like the mastering because it is pretty low as far as like the volume. So maybe just, you know, work on getting that overall loudness of your track to come through a little bit stronger. But again, I know, you know, it's SoundCloud and you probably just made the track and you just uploaded it, but yeah, it would be great if you just like worked a little bit on the overall volume of the entire track. All right, let's see what Mr. Bizzle got over here. Okay. This is very retro, very 80s. Ooh, I like that last little bit right there. All right. Yeah, this track is very heavy. Like it feels like I could hear the sidechain, but it feels like it didn't have sidechain, you know? Cuz everything feels like it's crashing into each other. It feels like there's not very much gain staging going on, you know, as far as like balancing each sound out. And it sounds very like generic, like the drums, like they sound very not syncopated, what's the word? Like very robotic, you know, like you just put them into the sequencer and then you just put that as the pattern without like maybe doing some differences in velocity and volume and stuff like that. The overall idea is cool. I like it. It's a cool track. But I would say definitely work on the mix, work on the mixing, work on maybe humanizing it a little bit, giving it a little bit more rhythm as far as like the drum grooves and balancing out that high end. Like there's a lot of buzziness. There's a lot of like how Niraj here is pointing out, a lot of 8-bit. Sounds like it's a very like downsampled, like it's a very downsampled track or very like compressed, crazy like track. The idea is awesome. The idea is really, really cool. I like the style too. Very 80s groovy, like video game vibe. But I would say definitely work on the overall mixing of every instrument and the balance, the gain staging, blah, gain staging. But yeah, for sure. The idea, the concept, the idea, even some of the sound selection is really great. It's really great. But the mix overall definitely needs some work so that all those little sounds can, get their shine. But thank you, Bizzle. Thank you for your submission. That was great. And keep making music, baby. Okay. Next is Baro. Oh, sorry, I didn't answer your question, Julian. No es un concurso. Estoy dando feedback. ¿Cómo se dice feedback en español? No me acuerdo. Estoy dando feedback en las canciones de las personas que me siguen aquí en YouTube. Okay, Baro. Let's listen to your track here called Sunrise. Ooh, this one's 7 minutes, so I might skip through it, depending if it's fucking badass song or not. I really like this sound. As you can hear, it has a lot of stereo to it. ¿Lo mandaste aquí en Discord? Órale. Ooh, that abrupt stop was kind of weird. I would say maybe smooth that out. Okay. Maybe introduce some more elements on that second, like, introduction of the kick. Maybe like some hats or something. think that idea is cool too. I think that the track has a good concept, but it sounds very uncertain at some points. You know? Oh man. Sorry guys. It sounds very uncertain. And what I mean by that is like, you know, the kick, like the way that it cuts off abruptly here, it's, you want something a little smoother. Yeah, the way that it cuts off like that, it doesn't work. You know, you need some type of transition or something, and then the way that it introduces it back is too dry. Like it needs a new element added to it, you know? Like you need to introduce another element, because then it feels like boring. Like the track is already 7 minutes long. And so you need to like keep that in mind. Like you gotta, like how in this past track, this one right here, Inner, like it catches you right at the beginning, you know, like it catches your interest and it makes you want to stay for the ride of the track, you know. And this one feels like sometimes I was expecting a new sound to come in and it didn't, you know, or like I was expecting something to happen and it didn't. And so it feels like I'm just waiting, and then things happen. I really like the break. The break was cool. I think maybe working on the some of the EQing for the sounds, because I could hear some overlapping of frequencies and it gets really like irritating to the ear because it's a very like sharp frequency, like here, you know. So I would just work on maybe some EQing on that, just toning some of those down in the EQ, just trying to find those frequencies that are peaking like super high. Like I can tell by listening to them, they have very high peaks. And if you introduce two sounds that have those same like high peaks, they overlap each other, so it creates even like bigger peaks, and it makes it very, very like sharp to listen to. And I know you're trying to build energy, you know, you're trying to build energy so that you can do that drop. But I would just say, yeah, just work on some of the volume and some of the EQing some of those frequencies. But overall, it's a good concept, good song. I just feel like you just need to like, I feel like maybe you rushed it, or maybe you wanted to make it long. Like you kind of forced it to be like a long track. And so you tried to drag out a lot of those like important sounds that were coming into the track. But again, this is just my opinion. Don't take offense to it or anything. You know, I think you did a great job. I think you can definitely do something really great with this track. Or just leave it the way it is. If you like it, and that's it, you know. You don't have to change anything if you don't want to. But again, this is just my feedback. It's just what I think as a listener. And thank you, Baro, for your submission. I appreciate it. On to the next, Mr. Joseph High Tide Jose F. Original Mix. That's a crazy name. To include your name in the track. Well, I guess maybe the name of the track is High Tide by you, right? I'm guessing. I like that picture too, man. That's a cool picture. This one too. All right, let's go. Why does this sound like one of my tracks? Probably because you guys are watching my tutorials, huh? Okay, right away, it sounds very muffled. So there's a lot of like low end frequencies that are coming through. You need to get some of those high frequencies to match, you know, and mid frequencies. It almost feels like it has a filter on it, you know. But I think that's probably whatever you're using. Hold on, let me pause it. I think the reason that a lot of the times that this happens, where it feels like it's muffled or filtered, is more than likely either you're like overproducing and you're like overthinking and you're like, you know, putting up too much of the low frequencies and cutting down too much of those high frequencies. But more than likely the reason that it sounds like that is because you're probably producing on monitors that accentuate the high frequencies, or headphones that accentuate the high frequencies. So you think you have to turn them down, and then maybe like those headphones, the low end doesn't sound too strong, so you feel like you need to turn it up in your track, but you're getting the wrong messages. So when you listen to it on a different system, you know, it sounds different. So yeah, so far I feel like this track is it feels like it's in a filter. You know? Like that pad is too low, and that ARP is too low. Yeah, even that crash was like, it feels like it's filtered, like all the highs are filtered out of it. I like that bass line. It's a cool idea. It has a good creativity. It has a good rhythm. You know, you got a good rhythm going. Good sounds. Like maybe a little bit more effects, you know, like, and like a little more stereo play, a little bit more tension build, you know, maybe some filtering, some automation, some reverb automation or something to like build it, or to break it down. See, this track too, like it feels like I'm expecting the drop and then it doesn't come, or I'm expecting a new sound and it doesn't come. It's funny though, because I could almost recognize the sounds that you're using. It sounds like you're using Citrus, and it sounds like you followed one of my tutorials more than likely on like how to make a melodic techno track or something. Because I could tell real quick, like you got the kick, you got the ARP, and you got the pad going. And then you introduce the hats, and then you introduce like some vocals, and yeah, it just sounds very similar to like, you know, one of my tracks that I've like given tutorials on. So I'm guessing maybe you're just like getting into it, like maybe you're just starting. So if you are, I mean, I think you did a great job. The idea, the concept is great. I think you just need to work on that mixing. So maybe like try listening to your track in different systems and seeing how it sounds. If not, listen to like tracks that are already professionally made in whatever headphones or monitors you're using. That way you know what that sounds like there, so that you can match your track to that. But yeah, thank you, Joseph, for your submission. I think it's great. It doesn't shine, you know, because it feels like it's filtered. So I would say just work on that. Work on turning some of those mids and high frequencies up a little bit more, so that they can really come through. Because that was a good track. It was. Hey, Nicolas, it's your turn, bro. Nicolas is always tuning into the stream. I'm surprised he hasn't popped up here in the chat, but he's always like showing some love in the chat, so I appreciate it, Nicolas. I have yet to listen to his music, so I'm kind of interested in seeing what Nicolas makes. All right, Niraj, appreciate you doing your submission. I'm looking forward to hearing your track once I get to it. And again, if you miss it, like either way, I'm gonna upload this video to my channel, so it'll be up. All right, this one is just a demo. He says his name, his artistic name is Dispo. That's cool. Okay, Nicolas. Hey, what's up, Denver? Oh, yeah, for sure. Oh, that's right. I forgot Nicolas makes future garage music. But yeah, Niraj, for sure, I'm definitely gonna stream after this one. After I end this stream, I'm gonna make some music, so I'm gonna stream that. This one's just a feedback stream. I want to separate them. I thought about like maybe making music after I'm finished, but I'd rather separate them. That way, just to keep everything more organized. Okay, Nicolas, I think you kind of have a similar issue as Jose over here. It sounds very like if it's going through a low pass filter, you know? That's what it sounds like. It sounds like some of those higher and like high mids and high frequencies, it feels like they're filtered out, you know? And maybe it's just the genre of this music, but it really feels like it's filtered, or like it almost feels like it's under water or something, you know? But it could also be just that like respace, like completely taking over the entire track. But like those hats, for example, they feel very like muffled, or like they're very like if they're underwater, you know? And even the kick feels like you cut out the high frequencies of it. Like you just filtered out the high frequencies of the kick. And it's just like a thumpy bottom low end kick. Preferably one of your own songs, yeah. Because the whole copyright stuff, I don't want to get any copyright issues, because then I'm not gonna be able to upload the video. But I like it. I like future garage music, so I think that you did a good job here on this. But yeah, I would just say like same thing, you know, that I said for Jose over here. Just work on some of those higher frequencies. Maybe some gain staging on that bass. I know that that's like a main focus of this genre, but maybe like just creating maybe like some dynamic EQ between some of the other sounds, so that they can also have a chance to like come through in the mix. And then maybe like not cutting out the highs from the kick, or maybe doing some sidechain. Maybe you did do some sidechain, but I feel like maybe a little bit more sidechain between the kick and the bass. Um, but then again, like I know this is just a demo. You just did like a quick little one. So, but thank you, Nicolas, for your submission. Let's see. We got a couple more people that. Okay, we got a lot. Cool, cool, cool. Thank you guys. All right, who's next? Coping. Coping? 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 Still coping. Beautiful death. All right, let's see what you got, bro. Okay. So for you, coping, you have the same problem that these guys have, but in the opposite direction. I can't hear like no sub information in any of this. Like the kick sounds like it has a filter and it's cutting out all the sub frequencies, and the bass line is also, it doesn't have any sub frequencies. So there's no like foundation to the track. It feels like I'm listening to it. It feels like you recorded this video using your phone and the audio coming through is what you recorded from the phone. So it's not catching like the low end. You know what I mean? And in the intro, that ambient sound that you used, actually you might be recording using a different, because even before you start the track, I can hear like noise. So I don't know if maybe you had your microphone on or something, but it sounds, maybe that's why. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why it's isotope vinyl. Oh, okay. Well, it's a little too loud. It's a little too loud, and it's like overpowering a lot of the elements in the beginning. And like it sounds like fire crackling also. And then I hear like the voices. It sounds like you stacked a couple of different ambient like recordings together, you know? It sounds like you have the vinyl going, which is creating noise, and then it feels like you added maybe like fire crackling sounds, which is adding more noise, and then it sounds like you added a recording of people talking, which is adding more noise, and it's like all these layers add up, and so it's like covering the main like melodies that you're trying to like portray, you know? So I would suggest maybe like balancing those out and turning them down a little bit. And then yeah, like the kick sounds, it just sounds like it's cut. Like it sounds like the whole track is cut. And I think maybe even by looking here at like your levels here, you can tell that every sound is kind of really separated. Instead of it all being a simultaneous like file all together, it sounds like you you cut out a lot of frequencies from each individual sound, if that makes any sense. Look, I'm trying to like pause it at the right time. Come on. Okay, so like from here's the kick. It feels like all of this, the sub information is missing, you know? Yeah. Okay, good. I'm glad you're understanding. And even like your bass, like when your bass kicks in, let me show you. You can see it here on the spectrum. Your bass is not even really hitting in the bass area. Like you can see that the bass is right here in this part. So I think maybe like all these little spikes right here, that's the bass line. It needs to be maybe like bring it down an octave. That whole melody, shift it down 1 octave and it'll move over this way. And then you'll really be able to hear the bass line then. Or what you can do is add a separate sub that like is way down here. That way, you know, it has some sub information. But honestly, I feel like also what you might have done is if you have stuff on your master channel, you might have cut off too much of the low end. So maybe you cut off like, you did a cutoff at like 80 hertz, 90 hertz, 100 hertz. So I would maybe go and check and see if you cut off some of that stuff. And then just take it off. That way like some of the low end comes through. But the bass line for sure, I would say bring it down 1 octave. And then you'll really be able to hear it. And the kick too. Maybe you have an EQ on the kick and you might have cut off too much of that low end. And it's really important. So, but overall, it's a good track, dude. I like it. I really like that, like, what is it, like a saxophone or a trumpet? It's like a saxophone. Yeah, I really like that saxophone. It sounds like that saxophone sounds good. It sounds like it, you know, it's really fits in really well. And then maybe just work on the transitions a little bit. Like maybe doing some automation so that you like slowly turn down some of the sounds so that it like transitions a little smoother. But yeah, thank you, Coping, for your submission. Overall, it's a good idea, good concept. I know I say that a lot about a lot of these tracks, but it's true. Like that's how I feel when I listen back to my old music. When I listen back to my old music, I'm like, wow, the idea of the track is great, but the way that I mixed it was like not so great, you know? So it's something that I've been thinking a lot about. It's like I want to go back to my super old projects and just rework them and really make them shine a little more. Yeah, no problem. No problem. All right. Next, Mr. DJ Sound Limit. This one's called Nebula. That's a super dope photo right here too. Let's see what you got. Okay, I would say that the kick is overpowering a little too much, and the bass. Like all those other sounds are at a good level, but the clap needs, it feels like it's filtered, so you need to maybe like make it shine a little more. so that I can really like cut through, you know. It needs to be a little more open, a little more loud, or a little more like those high frequencies. They need to come through a little more. But this track's nice. And then the overall volume, like that pad right there, it has a lot of low-end information. So maybe like try to balance that out with the kick and the bass, or like cut some of it off so that it doesn't fight for space. I like that sound. I like those chords. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice break. Oh yeah. I've heard that effect before in the Vengeance pack. Dude, that's a great break. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. Le faltó boom. That sound is crazy right there. It's a little too distorted, or a little too like much. It feels very distracting. And it doesn't have any sidechain, so it's just kind of like overpowering it. Yeah, I would definitely bring up that clap. And even some of those hats, it feels like you cut off a little bit too much of the high end on those hats. Awesome, Mr. Sound Limit. coming through. It's a good track. It's a good track. It's a good concept. I think it just needs more like your breaks and your like buildups are spot on. Like they're spot on. You're really good at the breaks and the buildups. I think you just need to work on the drop. Like the main drops. I think you just gotta work on that a little bit more. Like maybe here. Some of those sounds that you used on the break, do it on the drop, you know? Like that ARP right there. Like maybe keep it on the drop, you know? Yeah, like you can't just like, because as a listener, I'm expecting to keep hearing that, you know? Like I'm expecting like a super like, you know? And it just like went away and you took out like a bunch of elements away. So like instead of making a drop that like hits, it like felt like it took too much away, you know? Like the energy was building, and then you took all that energy away and it was like, oh, you know? You know what I mean? So I would say maybe keep some of those elements in the drop. So that like, you know, it keeps you going, and then you can take them off like later on and introduce new sounds. And like maybe that sound that's like maybe doing like just a little bit of that and having a delay off like and then like leaving it like that and then introducing it again like you know, instead of just having it like constantly going. But anyways, man, it's a good track, dude. I can't get over your breaks, man. They sound like super like impressive. And those chords that you're using, what did you use to make that? What plugin did you use? They sound really nice. Like it's a really nice sound. It's a really nice sound. But thank you, Sound Limit. Thank you very much for your submission. Thank you for taking my feedback. Again, this is just my opinion. This is just things that I'm hearing. Don't take offense to it. Don't take it, you know, too rough or anything. This is what this is for. You guys wanted feedback, so I'm trying to give you some honest feedback, you know. But thank you. That was great. That was really great. For sure, no problem. Niraj, all right. Niraj was really trying to get me to listen to some of his stuff, so we'll see. I really like this cover. This cover is crazy right here. Mistakes by Niraj Pundir. Let's see what you got, Niraj. Damn. Okay, hold on, Najir. Najir, Niraj. Second track? Oh, you want me to listen to the second track? Wait, what? Wait, what? I was curious to know about it more, as it was one tough project for me to sound it right. Second track book that's called Mistakes EP, named after that one. Diva. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a really nice like sound that you. It was a really nice sound. But is this one that you wanted me to listen to? I mean, I'm guessing because you linked it. But I don't know if it linked the entire EP or if it's that specific song that you wanted me to listen to. Which one is it playing? Is it playing the first one? Or is it playing the second one? I think it's playing this one, right? I was curious. Second track, Bud. Is that the one that you wanted me to listen to? So this one. This is the one that you wanted me to listen to, Mistakes? Alright, let's check it out. Let's check it out.
Have you destroyed all the evidence? I'm paranoid, someone's gonna find out. This is our little...
Wait, Nidaj. Those vocals, bro. Am I gonna get copyright for those vocals? What, is that a song? That sounds like it sounds like what's her name? Where are those vocals from? Cause bro, I'm not trying to get a copyright strike. You know? Or is it like a remix, or are you like remixing someone's track, or are those like vocals that you got from like a sample pack from Splice or something? You gotta let me know, bro. I'm gonna skip through 'em. That's what I was gonna say. Hell yeah, Niraj. Bro, this is a badass track. You did a great job. bro. That shit's fire. That shit is fire, Niraj. For real. Those keys, bro. Those keys are crazy. Damn, son. Sheesh. Bro, that was great. That was great, bro. It sounds very like, it kind of has like a rock vibe almost to it. You know what I mean? Like it sounds like I'm listening to like a rock group almost, but like dubstep version. And it also sounds like it would be the theme song to like some like spooky like Netflix show or something. Like it's very cinematic. It sounds like it would definitely be in a movie of like vampires or or something, you know, like it just sounds very commercial. Like it would fit in like in a movie or in like a TV show. It's great, bro. That was great. That was great. Let me see. You said the drop was after 2:30. I mean, I pretty much listened to it, I'm pretty sure. Oh shit, that's a different song. Oh yeah, dude, it was great. Or a video game, yeah. Like I can picture it in like Rocket League. You know that video game? Easily, bro. I could like see this track being used in Rocket League. Or like yeah, like a crazy like shooting like. Yeah, no, dude, that was great. That was great. Thank you for your submission. I don't even know what feedback to give you, man. That was great. Like, that was real legit. That was a really legit track, man. Great job. All right, let's see who's next. Mr. Denver. Let's see. Denver. Oh, I don't know what this is. Bro. Okay, I'm going to click on it. The link will take you. Are you sure you want to go there? Okay. Am I sure that I want to go there, Denver? What is it, bro? Let me see. I'm just going to copy the link. I'm going to open it. I'm going to open it in over here. Oh, it has to be through Discord? Okay, I'll just go through Discord. It's okay. Yeah, let's trust Denver. Let's see what you got. I don't know what this is, man. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry that I'm like chewing in the mic and shit. I don't know what this is, Denver. It's not letting me. Do I have to put I agree? Download. Oh, I don't want to download stuff, man. I don't want to download stuff. I'm sorry. Just upload it. Like if you're on your computer or something, like just upload it. You can upload directly to here, you know? You can upload it directly to the chat here. Sinus rhythm. Is this you, Julian? No me quite. No me quite. No me quite. No me quite pa. No, I mean, you can go on Discord, like go in here and go into submissions. And I think you just click here in this little plus thing and you put upload file and you can upload the file directly on here. Like you don't have to upload it to SoundCloud or to YouTube. You can upload it directly to here. Just like here, like this guy, Sinus, he uploaded it right onto the group, you know. So you just upload the file there. Luego voy yo. Entonces no eres tú o si eres. Es que me pidió Prime en Discord. Oh, okay, yeah, I could tell, man. That's crazy. That was some good piano work. ¿Por qué te pide el Prime en Discord? What the fuck? I didn't even know Discord had a Prime. I'm telling y'all, I don't even use Discord. But I don't think you need Discord Prime to upload stuff. That's crazy. All right, let's see. Let's see what this one is. Woo! Ah, órale. Oh, shit. Hold on, give me a second. Test. Okay. I'm hungry, bro. Sorry. Had to get some snacks. All right. Let's keep going. Okay.
Ne me quitte pas, il faut oublier tout, s'oublier qui s'enfuit déjà, oublier le temps des malentendus et le temps perdu.
Oh, hell yeah, bro. Oh, you cut it off too early, bro. No, you cut it too early. You had to keep that going for a little bit.
Ne me quitte pas, il faut oublier tout, s'oublier qui s'enfuit déjà, oublier le temps des malentendus et le temps perdu. À chaque fois comment
Those vocals, they feel too fast though. Like they're not matching the speed of the track, you know? It's a little too fast. Bro, oh, it's good. That's so good. It makes me want to dance. Yup. Yup, yup, yup.
Je te raconterai l'histoire de ce soir mort de n'avoir pas pu te rencontrer. Ne me quitte pas.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Damn, bro, that bass line is addicting. Alright, let's see. Yeah, bro. That was fantastic, man. No, that was good, man. That made me want to dance. That's a good song. That's a really good song, Sinus. Great job. The only key thing I would say was just sometimes it cut off too abruptly, and I was really wanting to go. But I know that sometimes that's fun to cut the energy and then have people oh, and then bring it back. So I understand that. And then the vocals, sometimes they feel some of it fits, but sometimes they feel it doesn't fit sometimes. But either way, man, that was a great track. That was a really great track. So thank you for your submission. Keep making music, bro. Keep doing your thing. And hell yeah. Do you use FL Studio? I'm guessing you do, but I'm not sure. A lot of people, some people don't. But did you use FL Studio for that one? That was great, dude. That was great, for real. Hello, Julian. Time for Mr. Julian Villarreal. Woo. Let's see what you got, Julian. Tengo que hacer crema. La verga. Oh, hell yeah. I already like those drums, bro. Okay. Okay. Oh, nice. FL gang, baby. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. Oh, it's coming. I like that sound. It just like, I feel like it's moving through my head. Hey, that's good, man. That's a good track. It has a good it's a good concept. I would say work on like transitions, like these snare hits right before. Like they feel too like they're like that. It feels too like static almost. I don't know how to say it. But then again, like I think you probably DJ your tracks. It seems like I would think that you do, because you say DJ Jules. So I know that when you're DJing, you know, you can do all the transitions and the cutoffs and all that stuff on the actual DJ control. So I know some people produce their music like that so that they can do that live when they're actually performing the track. But if not, I would just suggest like doing some more automations to kind of smooth out those transitions between the drops and the breaks. And then maybe switching up like the bass line, like in the second half of the track, or switching up like the melody in the second half of the track, just to kind of create a little bit of difference so that it doesn't sound so like constant throughout the entire track, if that makes any sense. But besides that, it's a good track, bro. Good job, Julian. It reminded me of being at this club that I go to here where I live. It's called Roof. And they play a lot of like, yeah, it just has that vibe. Like I can hear it in a club easily. Same thing with this one. This one was so good, bro. I can't get over it. That bass line was ridiculous. But thank you, Julian. Thank you for your submission. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Niraj. What the fuck, Niraj? 8 tits. That's quite the name you got there, man. I think you need a better photo to match that name, you know what I mean? Maybe an octopus with some 8 titties or something. I don't know I don't know, maybe it means something else in your language. Cuz it definitely doesn't mean sunrise or sunset. All right, let's check it out. Niraj. Oh. I guess maybe because it's 8-bit, right? But you just put 8 tits. I feel like I'm playing Super Mario. That bass line is way too crazy. Oh, I was expecting a drop there. Okay. Oh, what the fuck? It's a crazy track, man. It sounds like a video game, honestly. But that bass line is way too strong. Like it overpowers the entire track. It feels like even the 8-bit sound, like the crispy high end, like it even feels like it overpowers that track, that frequency. But yeah, I would say the bass is definitely way too like overpowering, and it feels like it has a lot of stereo imaging. Like there's a lot of stereo sound in the bass. But yeah, that's that was a tripped out song. It sounds like a game, like it easily like game music. Game music. But that's cool, man. I could tell you like making different genres, cause like that was very different from like the one that you put earlier. And then you have one called synthwave, which I'm guessing is synthwave. Let me check it out real quick. Oh yeah, that's cool, man. I love making different genres of music, so respect. Let's see, ATD. Who was ATD? I think. Who was it earlier? Who's ATD? Here he is. It's your time to shine, baby. It's your time to shine. Draven. If I take requests, what do you mean by requests? All right, let's see what you got, ATD. Once. I'm super low. Oh yeah, if you want to submit your track, go for it. Just join the Discord. The link is in the description. And then go in here into submissions and you can upload it. And I'll check it out. No, it's cool. You can definitely submit. All right, Mr. ATD. I think I think you're trying to make a rolling bass using the kick, right? Like you're trying to use the kick as a bass line by creating a delay on it, but it's a little too abrupt. Like it doesn't match the vibe of the track. It just sounds really like out of place. So I would say maybe remove that delay from the kick and add an actual like bass and sub and stuff. And yeah, cuz it yeah, and I would say maybe add more like take out that delay from the kick, and then I would say add some hats. You have an open hat in there, but you don't have any other hats. So maybe like a rolling like shaker, rolling hat, or other little like closed hats, just to kind of create more of a rhythm. Because the only rhythm that's going on is just like the kick drum, and then the delay that you have on it, and then a cymbal or like the open hat. And so there's not a lot of like motion. There's not a lot of rhythm in the drums. So I would say definitely add more drums, maybe more percussive stuff too, and then switch out that delay on the kick for an actual bass line. And then just turn up the overall like volume of your entire track, because it feels like it's really low. But yeah, it also has a really good idea. Yeah, for sure, no problem. Like I like the sounds that you're using. You know, like that one, that little arp. I could tell it has a bass note in there, but it needs like that sub. You know, like that very low sub. Because the only sub I hear is the one that's in the kick. You know. And then that pad that's in the background, it sounds nice, but it also sounds like it's a little bit like detuned maybe, or it might be like a little bit out of key. But that might just be the way that sounds, that pad or sound itself sounds like. And then maybe some sidechain, because that sound, that buzzing sound, it sounds like it doesn't have sidechain. So it's not like being ducked. So it sounds like it's just static in the song. You know what I mean? But thank you for your submission, Mr. ATD. I like your picture. Here we go. Cut 2 minutes of it and made it MP3. All right, Denver. Let's see what you got. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Thank you for your submission. Oh, okay. I would say definitely adding more hats also. Cause I hear the closed hat, and I hear the one in the very background just, but it sounds like too low almost. Yeah, it needs more like movement in the the higher frequencies, because everything sounds like it's in the low mid frequencies, you know? Because I hear the kick, and then you have the bass line, and then you have that like growl, which is like in the bass area as well, the one that's like, and then you have, let's see what else. And then you have the pad that's like, and that one's also in the low frequency area. So you have like all these sounds that are down low, and the only ones that are up on top is like the hat, the hi-hat and the clap, and then that one little like sound that you had come in like randomly. That one. Like that's the only sounds that are like kind of towards the top. I feel like you need something to like fill that in a little bit more. And like maybe balance out that growling sound with the bass, because they're kind of like fighting for space, it feels like, with the kick. Like the kick, the bass, and then that sound are all kind of like trying to fight for space. So maybe doing like some dynamic EQ sidechain on there, or maybe cutting off some of the like sub frequencies from that growl. I like those like, no, it like comes in. It's like a formant, sound. See, because that other sound that you're using, like that one also has bass in there. So you gotta kind of like, you gotta make a decision which sounds are gonna like, you know, belong down there. So I would say maybe use an EQ on the master and cut down all the way to the sub area, and like really listen to whatever's going on in your sub frequencies on your master, and see like what needs to be like EQ'd so that things aren't fighting. You know what I mean? Sí, lo voy a dejar en mi canal. But I like it, bro. It's a good, like, it has a good vibe. Thank you, Denver, for your submission. Hopefully you were able to take something away. Hey, Sinus Draven. All right, Draven. It is your turn, Draven. All right, I'll listen to both of them. Let's see, this one's called Gone. All right. I already feel like I'm in a movie. Damn. It sounds like I like the vibe. I like the vibe. It just sounds like there's so much going on. Like you don't know like what to listen to almost, you know? Like it feels like it's drowning in like a bunch of like reverb or something. I don't know if you added like a lot of reverb to the track or to like all the sounds, but it sounds very like almost like it has too much space, you know? And like so much space that everything's kind of just like blending and blurring together. Does that make sense? Like the drums sound like they're under, like it's like if there's this big cloud and the drums are under, and you can hear them, but they're like kind of hidden by all this like fog, all this mist. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. Yeah, but then again, yeah, like different genres are just sound different. It definitely has that vibe, like a very atmospheric, just like open like vibe. All right, let me check it. Let me check out that second one you sent me. That's a cool photo. Sounds like it has a filter. What's the name of the filter? A bypass filter? High pass. No, not the one in the middle. That's like a notch. This one, like where is it? Sounds like it has this bypass filter. Like you're doing this. And this. Band pass. Yeah, band pass. Yeah, it sounds like a band pass right there, like, or like a high pass too, I guess. Oh, okay. It also reminds me of like my music when I like made music for the first time like a long time ago. Especially that bass line. Like boom 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 boom. Like just that like up down up down up down up down. No, that's cool, Draven. And when'd you make this one? This Gone one? I can definitely picture this in a movie too, like this track. Like I can picture it in like a very atmospheric scene in like the mountains, and like on the bottom there's like a beach or something, you know, like I don't know. Yeah, that's cool, man. I like making music like that too, honestly. Just like it just sounds very cinematic too. But thank you, Draven, for your submission. And Denver and ATD. I got Julian over here. He wants another one. Try to make organic house. A ver qué onda. Visión astronómica. La verdad. I feel like you need to add more like velocity editing to your sounds, Julian. Because they all sound like they're at the same level, you know, like there's no movement. So I feel like you gotta add maybe like a little bit of velocity editing so that it has like a little bit of movement. Okay, there's a bass line. I was like, I don't hear a bass either. say maybe take that sound out a little bit, because it's a very sharp sound. Usually very sharp sounds, like, they get irritating to the ear because they're like, you know, sharp. So I like, I would say maybe like give that song like sound a break sometimes and bring something else in, and then take that out and bring something else in. Or maybe like do the velocity editing and then maybe some automation on like the cutoff or something, or delays or something, or a reverb. Hey, what's up? Oh, that hat needs to be a little louder. It feels like it's buried under like all those sounds. That rolling one. It's a good track, Julian. It's a good track, Julian. Thank you. Gracias a ti. Been watching you since the beginning. You inspired me. Made a few months ago. Hey, thank you, Deep. It means a lot, man. Thank you. Wait, am I gonna have to download this? I'm not downloading any files. The link will take you. If I can play it here, that would be great. I'm not downloading anything. Oh, okay, I can play it here. Awesome. Ooh, I like it already. It's a good vibe. Sheesh. I would say that sounds nice. I like the vibe. I would say on the bass line, maybe change up the notes a little bit, because it feels like there's like a little bit of a like dissonance. So this is what I hear. Like this is what I hear. Dun 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 dun. But you have like one note down, so you have like dun 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 dun. So like right there where you go like dun 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 dun, that note that you put up, I would say bring it back down to match the other one. So it's like dun 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 dun, you know? Dun 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 dun. Yeah, and then maybe turn the sub down a little bit, like just a little bit, and maybe EQ some of those like really high pitched frequencies that are spiking up. Put an EQ on that sound and see where those sounds are like really spiking up, and just like slightly bring them down. Because like you hear the pad's going up in frequency too. So like all those high frequencies from the pad and then the high frequencies from the little lead sound that you have going on, they end up coming together. So if some of those high spikes match up, it creates an even higher spike in the frequencies. And so it makes it like really sharp. But yeah, it sounds nice. I like it. I like it. Keep doing it, man. Keep doing it. Keep making music, guys. You guys are great. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I appreciate all the love. I appreciate y'all submitting your tracks and letting me give you guys some feedback. Again, please don't take anything I say personal or anything like that. It's just my own opinion from where I'm at and what I hear. And, take it however you'd like. Just don't stop making music, man. Don't let it stop you from making music. That's the important thing. You gotta keep doing it. You gotta keep trying. You gotta keep experimenting. And you gotta keep at it, Because if I show you guys some of my old music, bro, look, let me show you guys. I'm gonna do it. Let me show you guys one of my old tracks, bro. I mean, I have a lot of old tracks. That's not it. Look at this, bro. These are all my tracks. I'm gonna play for you guys the track that I made. I made this track, bro, in 2016, 2015, 2016. It was one of the first tracks that I uploaded to SoundCloud. It might actually still be on my SoundCloud. Or maybe I deleted it. I'm not sure. But it sounds terrible. It sounds terrible. And the idea is good, but the mixing is absolutely garbage. Muchas gracias por todo, bro. Sigue haciendo estos feedbacks seguido. Perfecto, hermano. Muchas gracias. No tienes idea de los compas con los que te he recomendado en Mérida. Ya eres famoso. Hell yeah, bro. Y'all are awesome. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in, for liking, for subscribing, for sharing my stuff with your friends. Like, that's super cool. It's nice, man. The channel's growing. The channel is growing. It's so nice. I got on today and saw that I had 333. That number is very special to me. It's very I resonate with it a lot. It comes up a lot in my life. And to see that my channel reached 3,330 or something like subscribers, super, super, super like nice. And it's cool, dude. It's cool to see that like every time I get on YouTube, my videos have like at least 500 views each, you know? And it's crazy to think that there's all these people watching me or like watching my stuff. It makes me a little nervous sometimes, but it keeps me inspired, and it keeps me wanting to make more of this stuff for you guys. And I'm excited to see where it eventually leads me. But overall, I just love making music, and I love sharing that with you guys. So let me play you guys some of my old music. Just a little bit. I'm not gonna play the whole songs. I'm just gonna kind of skip through it. I'm gonna give myself feedback. I'm gonna give my past self some feedback, so you guys can hear the difference between like my music way back then. So this one's called Manifest. This one's like somewhat of a techno track. I had just started like really getting into like techno stuff, but it is very different. So yeah. It's a little fucking loud though. It's so bad. And as you can hear, it also sounds very muffled and very like just too much low. Too much low end. Like the idea is cool, but like the mixing is horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible. And I have like some really good tracks, dude. Like I have some tracks that like the idea, the concept is super good, but the way I just didn't know a lot about mixing and stuff back then, or mastering, so it was a shit show. And then I have some that are a different genre that I really like. Like this one's called Vibrations. This one's alright. But it's also like the mixing is also terrible. And they're all super loud because I would just like turn them up like really intensely. No, bro. But there's some that I like. There's some that I made that I like. Like this one, I used the sounds of a whale in this song, and like the ocean. I love whale sounds. Let me fast forward. You hear it? Like it's way too much sub, not enough high frequencies. So that's why I'm saying like for you guys that I gave you that type of feedback when I said that your tracks sounded very muffled or it sounded like there was a filter on them. I'm talking from experience, you know? Because that's how my tracks, like that's how they used to sound. And I was always confused as to why they sounded that way. But that's because I was always cutting off high frequencies that I didn't really need to cut off. And I was also using really shitty monitors and shitty headphones. So it felt like I needed to turn down the highs and turn up the lows, but in reality I didn't. So it made my music sound very muffled. Yeah, it sounds super like terrible. Then I have one. There's one, what is it called? There's this one where I used the sound of a bird that's extinct. The name of the bird is kawi o'o. It's like a bird that was, I think, from Hawaii, and it went extinct. But there's recordings of the sound that it would make. So I decided to use it so that, the bird might be dead, but I still wanted to keep it alive with my music, if that makes any sense. Hey, what's up, Sally? Long time no talk. Wait, here, like, it just sounds super filtered and just not good. The idea is cool. But it's not. And there's this one. I really like this song. It's an old song too, but I really like it.
Y esto lo estamos experimentando todos los que hemos estado aquí. Nos hemos vinculado porque nos hemos abierto esos templos sagrados.
See, like, there's no balance between the sounds.
Son la esencia de nuestro ser.
But I love the idea. Yeah, I love the idea, but it sounds very muffled, and the sounds are fighting for space. Some sounds are being covered by other sounds, and yeah, it was just not good. It was not good. That's why, like, I always felt very hesitant to upload my music anywhere, because I knew that it wasn't good, as far as the mixing and stuff. But the ideas are great. The musical concepts are great. But that's why, like, now that I'm a lot better at mixing and all that stuff, I want to find those old projects. I have my hard drives from those old laptops, and I want to go back in there and just, like, remix them. And I think it would be really great. These are even older. Like, yeah, I have a lot of super old music. And then my music now, I mean, I'm sure you guys have heard some of it. This one's called La Urraca. This is like one of my, I think this one maybe was like from 2 years ago, maybe. Let me see. 2020. It's from 2020. So it was 2 years ago that I made this song. Hey Sally, I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty good. Still out here doing this music thing. I definitely did get into Raw Minimal. I love Raw Minimal techno. And this one, I used my guitar and then sounds of a rain that I recorded, and then the sounds of a crow that I recorded. So yeah, there's that one. Again, that one, it still doesn't sound good. Like, I listened to it and it doesn't sound great, but it's way better than. And then I have this one, Cumbia Saturada. Che cumbión, bro. This one I like too. I love making cumbia, bro. Ah, don't tell me that, bro. That sucks. All right, never mind. I was going hard at it. You guys can't even hear anything. Thank you, Sally. Yeah, thank you. We definitely do harshly judge ourselves. I mean, we're our own worst critics, you know? I'm the same way with my art, with my paintings. Like, I see them, and to me, I'm like, oh, that could be better. But to somebody else, they're like, wow, that's amazing, you know? Same thing with music. Like, I know those songs are good. Like, I know they're good. But I also like knowing what I know now as a producer and listening to my old stuff. Like, I know they sound bad as far as like the technical aspect, you know? La cumbia. ¿La escuchaste? Ah, no, no se escuchaba, ¿verdad? Unta. Done waves. Cumbia saturada. Unta. Aquí está. Esta sí se va a escuchar. Sí, esa es una de mis cumbias. Esta es otra. Pero esta no me gusta. Then there's, yeah, I made this one. I think it's this one. I made this one recently, testing out like a different technique where I only used like samples and I did very, very minimal mixing and it sounds terrible. But I still uploaded it to SoundCloud. I'm probably gonna take it down. And same thing, I like the concept, but I didn't like, since I didn't really mix it, it doesn't sound all that great. Like there's a lot of like muddiness that's going on, especially in the sub. Yeah. Let's see what else I got in here. Underground. All right, I'm gonna close the Discord now. I'm done with the feedback from with you guys for now. I'm gonna open up this track. I made this on a stream, I think a while back, and I worked on it a little bit yesterday. It's like a melodic techno track. I still need some work, but it's getting there. I played it in the beginning of this video. I want to play it to end the video already. So I'm going to play this for y'all. I love FL Studio 21. There's some bugs, but overall it's good. I like it. Yeah, this song doesn't have any like transitions, nothing. It's very basic right now, but I like the idea. Yeah, it's all right. Hold on. Let me. Testing. Okay. Shane, your drum percussion patterns do be so good. Have you any tips on how to create good drum patterns? I think an important part to creating good drum patterns would be the velocity, like doing a lot of velocity editing for the hats to have them a little more, like give them a little bit more movement. Because if you create, like, there's a big difference between creating a hat that sounds like this, for example. A lot of people just do this and they'll put that into their tracks, you know? Like, let me add a kick. Like, a lot of people just do this and add an open hat. And then a clap. You know? First thing before anything, though, the first thing before anything is you need to work on the gain, on the volume of each sound. So usually hats aren't super loud, you know? Like this, you don't want super loud. It's too overpowering, so turn it down. The open hat, also, you don't want it super loud. The clap can be kind of loudish. Sometimes it's a little too loud. It depends on the sample. And if it is, you can turn it down. But then the important part is the velocities. So you go in here. Let me move this out of the way. You go into this little bars, or you can go into the piano roll down here. But lately I've just been using it over here. It's a lot easier. You just click it And every first note, like where the kick is hitting, you want to duck that all the way, or at least like somewhat all the way, and have them all be a little different. Don't have them all the same, because that defeats the purpose, you know. That way it's creating somewhat of a sidechain already. And then here, these, you can just have them like in the middle and just have them kind of bouncing around. You can turn it up a little more. And then it also comes down to like sound selection, you know. And what I've been doing too is I'll put the mode on stretch, and then I move the multiplier here either shorter or longer, you know, and it has different vibes. And then you can also like the start offset, you can move that to wherever you like. You can shorten this, you can shorten the whole thing, you know. The kick sample, I usually don't choose kicks that look like this. Again, it depends on the genre that you're making, but usually I don't pick kicks that have a super fat low end. I pick kicks that are more short because I want to focus more on the bass instead of the kick. So for example, instead of choosing a kick that looks like this, that's fat like that, and that has like the beginning of it, the beginning of the sound here, that's the click of the kick, you know, that's the sharp point of the kick. And the fat part right here, the sine wave right here, that's the bass. So the fatter the wave here, the more bass it's gonna have, the more thump it's gonna have. So boom, boom, you know. And of course, the longer it's gonna like take. But they're all really boomy, and I don't like choosing kicks that are like that. Instead, I choose a kick that's a little shorter, like this one. I call this one the perfect kick, just because to me it sounds perfect. You know, it's short, sweet, and it gives space for the bass line, you know. Let me switch to this one. You know, it makes like a big difference. And even if you do have like a fat kick like that one, what is this one? You can go in here and do the same thing on the multiplier. Go into stretch, and the multiplier, just like, you can shorten it. It's still gonna be thumpy because of the natural shape of it. You know, but you can shape a kick like that. But it's important to put it on stretch, because if you don't put it on stretch, it's going to change the pitch of the sample. You know, so you put it on stretch and it keeps the pitch. It just changes the length. And it's a lot better than just doing this. But you can also just like shorten it like this too, and then move this, and it makes it less thumpy. You know? So that's a way where you can like design your kicks as well, so that it you know, like you get it sounding the way that you want. And then for this, you can do the same thing. And then there's always also the pitch. But like this is a very basic pattern. This is the very like boom, like that's the very, very basic pattern. But just doing those little things can make a big difference. Of course, in order to get like good grooves, you gotta introduce other sounds to create some syncopation, to create some rhythm. And you gotta put those sounds in like off beats. So like, let me take another hat, for example. You know, you take something like that. And then you add a different one. And again, the volume is the most important. You gotta find the balance between these sounds, because you don't want it like this. It's too loud, you know? You gotta find the sweet spot for it. And then you can add layers also, like layer a sound on top of the open hat, like this one. You can add another layer of a sound up there. Like this, for example. Take that multiplier. Maybe move the offset so that it doesn't have that click. And you can turn it down a little. You know, it just adds a layer. And then you can do the same thing for the shaker. Instead of just having this one, you can add another layer. Like this. Do the same thing, but create a different velocity pattern. Don't just copy and paste, because then it defeats the point. You know, you got to create differences. So just do it again. Do it all over again. And just create like some variation. Like that was it before. And then you can do like stuff like delays. Like right here, when you go to the little wrench tool, you go into the feedback. I would suggest an actual delay, because this is a little like weird sometimes. But you can create like some panning. And then you put it in ping pong mode. And you can do like some cutoff. And some resonance. This right here, mod X and mod Y, is gonna be these, which is a filter. And you can choose what filter you want. And then this is the pitch. So if you turn this down, each delay is gonna be pitched down lower and lower, or higher and higher. If I take off the filter, you'll be able to hear it. You know? And you can change the time, of course. And you can change the amount of echoes. And then you can add like percussive sounds. Or like same thing, layer the clap, you know? What do you recommend for the groove? Just offsetting everything? Yeah, or you can actually just play it in. Like sometimes I'll do that and that creates a really nice groove because you're adding your own human touch to it, you know? So it creates a nice groove. But it's not about offsetting things. It's about just finding the spots where things fit, you know? Like even when I'm like listening to it, I'll try to hit it to where I think it'll fit. You know? That's the same sample. Hola Julián, buenas noches. Gracias por entrar al stream, bro. Nos vemos a la próxima. Disculpa si no vi uno de tus mensajes, creo que vi ahorita algo. Ah, ya es la nueva actualización. Sí, es el nuevo, el 21, ya salió. Más que lo tengo así todo oscuro, al oscurito. You're welcome, Shane. I'm gonna take that delay off. Sí, claro, claro. Oh, my shit froze. Oh no, it didn't. Just kidding. I'm gonna use some. And here's the thing, like you don't need techno packs. You can use random packs that you have. Sometimes I use sounds from other packs that aren't techno packs. It's just about manipulating that sound to fit the genre that you're trying to make. So like for example, I have this boom bap pack. It has these bass sounds. have some like little groove like that. stuff like that. Anyways, was just some little something quick. But yeah, thank you guys, everybody that submitted a track for feedback. I appreciate you guys. I'm definitely gonna do it again at some point. I'm not sure when, but I will be doing it again for you guys. And I'm gonna end this stream, but I'm gonna start another one because I feel like making music. After listening to all those tracks, I'm like, okay, bro, I want to make some music. So I'm gonna end this stream and then I'm gonna start another one shortly. And I'll be making some music. I'm not sure what genre I'll be making, but I'll be making something. So if you would like to watch, then go ahead and tune in for that. So yeah. Again, thank you guys. Sorry I was eating throughout the stream. I feel like I'm always eating every time I'm streaming. So I'm sorry for the sound of me chewing. But yeah, thank you guys. Y'all, regardless, you guys sound great. All your tracks were great. And I just hope you guys keep doing what you're doing, keep making music, keep grinding, keep getting better, because that's the only way to get better, you know, is to keep making stuff. If you stop, progress stops. So as long as you're doing something, as long as you're making something, doesn't matter what it is, as long as you're just messing with sounds, getting your ear used to sounds, experimenting, taking chances, then you are getting better no matter what. Okay, so thank you guys, and yeah, if you want to watch the next stream, stick around. If not, you can watch it later, because I'll probably save it unless it's complete garbage, then I won't. But we'll see what comes out. All right, peace.